He's a very purple wolf streamer and loves to collaborate with other streamers. We have here Fengar Sensei. Hello, Fengar.
Hello.
Hi, hi, hi.
How are you doing?
I am doing well. Thanks for asking. How about you?
I'm doing great.
That's awesome
Thank
to
you for
hear.
having me on.
Thank you for accepting my invitation and joining WavyTalks. I appreciate it.
There's an adorable dog just peeking his little eyes up on
she's just, watching watching it as well. Yeah, she's crazy. But yeah, again, thank you so much, Fengar, for joining WavyTalks with me. It's a huge pleasure to me to be getting to know you more better throughout your backstory, throughout your VTuber lore, and everything in general.
Thank you. Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Yes. All right. So you are a purple wolf streamer, all we know from your perspective on your streams. But I do want to ask, what is your lore about on being a purple wolf streamer?
The answer to your question for purple is very simple. That's just my favorite color, kind of the one I went for. However, the lore behind my model and the design of it is a bit more complicated. So as you know, you may be familiar with Lunar, my niece.
Yes, I love Lunar.
Yes, I did used to be a cat like her.
Oh.
I ended up becoming a wolf through making a deal. Losing my 9 lives. I feel like I didn't have all 9 at that point, but I still losing all my extra lives, and I instead became a wolf. It's sort of like a kind of like a deal with the devil kind of thing.
Yeah.
And though the person I made the deal with wasn't the devil, Lucy would have gave me a much better deal.
Yeah, I get ya.
There's just no real way to describe the person other than like they're sort of like me, like kind of like what I became.
Yeah.
But just much older. Man, you weren't kidding about these hard-hitting questions. Trying to pull, but
the receipts.
But yeah. But no, it was like it wasn't a deal I would have made.
Yeah.
For because with Lunar, the family is a bunch of mostly spirit hunters, monster hunter kind of thing, and Lunar's a shrine maiden for it. Though I was more on the hunter end. And so when I made the deal, it was because me wanting to become stronger and more better at doing what I was doing, and being able to protect my family. So saw it it out as like a way of necessity. I will say the transformation from going from a cat to a wolf was not a very pleasant one. It was quite painful. Feel like having your body being changed. And your entire anatomy changed from a feline to a wolf.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, actually, it's not too dissimilar from a wolf. When I am in my wolf form, I'm like 6 feet tall.
Oh my god, you're tall.
Yeah, but very fluffy too. And this is the best part.
True.
It's like having your own personal, thick ass coat at all times.
Yeah.
Though I'm sure Lunar would just tell you for the purple, I just was playing around with hair dye too much or something.
Oh my god.
But if you want to know also about the outfit, I can tell you something about it too.
Sure.
This is sort of like a nicer outfit, because you've seen Lunar's original outfits were like a kimono as well.
Yeah.
A while back, and it was definitely more traditional outfit of choice for us.
Yes.
To go with this kind of theme.
Yeah.
This was basically my way of dressing up.
Okay.
However, I did style it after the kimono after a anime outfit that I saw that I really enjoyed. Have you seen that time I was reincarnated as a slime?
Not really.
That's fair. I got the idea from a character in that anime.
Okay.
Oh god, I can't even remember his name now off the top of my head. But it was a kimono he wore in there. The wolf on the chest was not there. That was a sort of like a little bit of a reminder, but also it's also got some magic properties to it too.
Yeah.
And my other niece, Luna, we tend to not touch all the magic stuff because she tends to get in trouble.
Yeah.
And when it comes to like the cursed books and like cursed objects,
Yes.
Lunar has a couple too. I tend to have a lot of cursed weapons.
Yeah.
Mainly because I found out after I got transformed, a lot of curses don't work like they should on me, at least.
Yeah.
It just either they have like a much duller effect, or none really at all.
Yeah.
The worst one I've had that supposed to take someone's soul or something.
Yeah.
I just got a little bit sick, or like kind of like a hangover afterwards.
Oh. Not good.
Yeah, so it's like very diluted for me.
Yeah.
Luna would have probably burned down the whole house if she touched some of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the crest on my chest, it's kind of almost like a ward almost, and it's a little bit of an intimidation factor too.
Yeah, I get ya.
Is there any like specific questions you may have about any background info for me?
Actually, no, but I do want to say that you have an amazing background of your story lore, because it is actually connected to your friends, to Lunar. Actually, not your friend, niece. Sorry, your niece, Lunar, and then like how it kind of grew up between you and two with your model right now. And I'm just really amazed about how it's like a collaboration that you guys did on making this model right here. Yeah.
Oh, if you want to know a
Sure.
little bit of like the not in character but like out of character backstory to this,
Yeah.
I've like written this character up like 10 years ago.
No
This
way.
was this was okay. So to get a little bit on a sad note, I struggled a lot with depression growing up, and this was the first character I've ever written.
And
like
then
this
until
is the
now, you kept the story to your VTuber lore?
The story I've kind of adapted, changed a little bit, but this model was heavily inspired by that first character.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a little bit of like an homage,
Yeah.
because it literally dragged me out of my lowest pit, and I knew Lunar before either one of us became VTubers.
Oh, I get ya.
The backstory being connected was mainly just due to us already having a strong familial connection outside of just VTubing.
But that's very amazing how you made up a story 10 years ago, and then you you made it into a VTuber lore, which is amazing. That's actually very, very amazing. Yeah, it's kind of like a time capsule, like writing a story, then finding it, and then we're like, I'm gonna make this a VTuber lore. Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh, that's the character I continued writing for almost the whole 10 years.
Oh my god.
And technically still am with the whole VTubing and like in that sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I continued that character for a long time.
Yeah, I totally get ya.
It was like my own little personal project that I just couldn't put down. I'd always come back to it.
Yeah. So speaking about your name, since your lore is connected to your name, I do want to ask, how did you come up with the name Fengar Sensei?
Okay, so the reason I picked Fengar is because it's actually supposed to be short for Fengari, which is Greek for moon.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I was a huge Greek buff kid, like Greek lore. Like when it comes to Greek mythology, I was just always into it growing up as a kid, and I expanded my range from like not just Greek mythology, but Roman, Egyptian, and like other cultures' mythologies. Like the first book I could ever read was the Percy Jackson book.
Oh, I get ya.
And that's what kind of made me that was my first step into liking like Greek mythology and like just that whole genre of like just learning about other mythologies.
I see.
But I shortened it, and so it's kind of similar to also it sounds very Irish too,
Yeah.
which I thought was kind of fitting and funny. But then Fengar itself, like just Fengar, was taken, and I'm pretty sure like Fengari was taken too when I tried it, or when I checked for it. But Fengar Sensei wasn't, and I think this was around the time that I actually Lunar had like started playing games with another VTuber who had Sensei in their name, and I was like, you know what? Let me check it, and it worked.
Yeah, that's awesome. Again, like with the whole like history background of you loving Greek mythology as a kid and then now still loving it and made into Eastern, it's amazing. I can't it's amazing how 10 years in the past you're still into this type of thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I went with Moon specifically because Luna and Lunar are both another like other ways to say moon.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And so I was like, the moon theme really is nice.
Yeah.
So let me just steal that from them.
Yeah.
But it was also fitting for like a wolf too, so I was like,
true.
Screw it.
True, because the wolf comes out at night. All right. So since you did talk about being a VTuber and then like your whole lore and things like that, I do want to ask, what is something you love about VTubing?
It is still to this day been just the fact that whenever like just hearing like those comments of like, because I've had people come to my stream and just chill out, relax, and I love meeting new people. But for me, like, it's also more than like anything. Like I don't care if I make a single bit. I don't care if I get a single sub. But just having someone come into my stream and telling me that they had a bad day and like they're wanting to just hang out, relax, unwind, watching my stuff. Like, putting a smile on their face, making their day a little bit better. That for me is the best thing in the world. And I absolutely love when I help can make someone laugh or bring a smile to their face, like make their day just a little bit better.
Yeah, which VTubers do a lot recently, where if somebody has a bad day, they cheer up people, which I love about VTubers. It's like a little pet trying to make them cheer up because it's a model. Yeah, I don't know why I thought about that. It's 10 p.m.
Oh no, you're not wrong.
I don't know.
I was at one point in time also considering doing like stand-up comedy. So, for me, cracking jokes and making someone laugh just feels good. It was like stage fright to go up on stage and talk in front of an audience.
Yeah, I get your stage
people
fright.
like going face to face. So I was like, let's throw a model behind it.
Yeah, I get your stage frightness. I can't even do it. I get nervous as well. But
that, and then if you're not funny, they can throw an actual beer at you from the crowd.
True. That is one true fact about the world. All right. So I do want to ask one personal question. It's just one, so you don't have to worry. And this is regarding to your physical appearance. So you know that a lot of YouTubers do a lot of just their VTuber model. Some of them show their face, some of them don't really anymore. But I do want to ask, will you ever show your face someday on your stream or on your Discord, like anywhere in the world?
That is a good question. When I first started, I would have absolutely said no.
Okay.
However, I necessarily don't care for showing my face.
Yeah.
It's not like a sense of I don't trust people that, but it's just that I know for a lot of people, keeping up the image and like the almost like the fantasy of like they're the VTuber model thing that brings to them.
Yeah.
Is also something that they go for. It's just that I don't care for it either way, whether like I show it or not.
Yeah.
But I don't want to just. I feel like maybe at some point in the future I'd be down to do it, but I don't feel like right now.
Yeah. Yeah, we totally get you. Yeah, we totally get you. Because people like VTubers, they have to take their time to get ready with this, because I know they aren't ready to show their face. So I totally get what you mean by there. So
Yeah, plus,
yeah.
plus I still, for me, I have a lot of negative self.
Oh, I totally get you. It's totally okay. Yeah.
Yeah, negative self-images, like negative self-imaging for myself, and even if I'm doing good, like working out constantly or
Yeah.
something like that, I still think I don't look good or anything like that. So it's trying to get over that fear as well, or like that
Yeah.
negative side. Well, like for instance, I know that like the ENCE community is not going to be like a place where I have to worry about it really hearing like native people like responding negatively, to like me doing a face reveal. It's
Yeah.
just that I feel like I myself would respond negatively to it,
Yeah.
and I don't want to. Like I just don't feel like I'd be ready for that.
Yeah, and don't force yourself. It's totally okay. You can take much as time if you want. We just enjoy you hanging out on your streams and talking to you when you're live. Since again that you do love your VTuber model right now is Human Wolf, and you are getting a new model soon, right?
I am getting a new model soon. That is mostly like I love this model as it is. However, I am getting a new model because I last a couple months ago
Yeah.
did a subathon, and one of the goals was I was going to have to dress up in a Femboy Hooters outfit, and a artist friend of mine
Yeah.
would having an outfit done from her, like a model and an outfit done from her,
Yeah.
was more affordable than putting just a new outfit done with the current artist for this model.
Yeah.
But and also it was with a friend so I was like, I'll go with the friend because, well, for one, the price, but also because I want to help out my friend as well.
Yeah.
And so she's going to be doing she's doing my new model, and it'll be not just the Femboy Hooters outfit, but another outfit that I can use isn't that I could just casually use like this outfit too.
Yeah.
And she's been doing a really well job with it. Like, so I was seeing her progress earlier this week, and she's gone quite far with it, and it looks really good.
Yeah.
And I totally stole another outfit from the same anime.
Yeah.
But afterwards, I'll probably looking at other animes because I've been having a lot of outfit ideas that I've been running by, and
Yeah.
I'll probably be keeping her very busy.
Yeah. So we are excited for your new model to be coming up. Once we hear the news, we're gonna implode in your Twitter and everywhere. But I do want to ask, since you are going to be upgrading your VTuber model, what VTuber model would you be other than a human wolf?
Ooh, good question. If I were to go with another style of character, I might go with either something kind of based on out of D&D, or I would go more humanistic.
Yeah.
Like maybe like either a battle hardened like straight just like human look,
Oh.
or
That's awesome.
maybe something out of D&D like elf or like some kind of elven race. Yeah, no, I don't know why, but I've been a sucker for elves in D&D.
Yeah, I get
I
ya.
played only a couple times, and only once have I not gone with an elf. And I've only played it like 4 times so far.
Yeah, so you would be an elf for your second decision.
Yeah, though I don't know what type, because I've been liking like the look of like the Drow and Shatterkai,
Yeah.
which are like the more dark elves. But then also at the same time, like high elves, half elves are cool.
Yeah, that is awesome. Actually, did not know that you're a huge fan of elves in D&D, but now we know. Yeah. I mean, do you share it?
I'm not necessarily a huge fan of elves in term like technically. It's
Yeah.
just they've been having the better choice of their stat upgrades that for the classes I've been running.
Yeah.
Because my first campaign I ever did, I went with a magic caster, and
Yeah.
Luna was actually the DM for it, and she was like, for a first timer, you shouldn't be delving in magic. You should go with like a fighter or a barbarian or something easy. And she
Yeah.
wanted to slap me with a book to try to beat some sense into me. And I
Yeah.
was like, nope, I'm going warlock.
Totally. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that is awesome, actually. So now we know that you are a huge fan of elves in D&D, which I feel like if I look at the D&D characters in elves, I feel like I can get what you meant by there. So moving on to ENCE, I keep butchering the name. Like ever since the interview with Lucifer, I keep butchering the name. But you are part of that community or group, and I do want to ask, what is your story with ENCE?
My story with ENCE, like how I started with them, or
Yeah, how you started with them.
originally, like the core group of it was, well, the company itself is basically a bunch of friends who got together and
Oh,
wanted to make their own company.
yeah.
And I wasn't a part of like the original like making of it or anything like that. In fact, I actually met a decent bit of the friends I have now with ENCE
Yeah.
after I started popping into after I started popping into some of Lunar streams like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Actually, probably almost 2 years ago now.
Oh.
The same stream that I believe it was the same stream. It was the same, like I think the same subathon that ENCE was doing. Because originally, when I debuted, um, I was just a VTuber ally.
Oh.
'Cause I was friends with them and whatnot still, but they, were still like pretty small and like weren't really able to bring me in
Oh, yeah, okay.
to add more to their VTuber roster.
Yeah.
But after, like, during the same stream, the same subathon that I had hit the goal for having to do the new outfit,
Yeah.
um, they also officially announced in there that they were going to be adding me on as a member, like a full-fledged member,
Oh,
because
awesome.
I like had been with doing a lot of like streams with them and
Yeah.
helping them, like essentially like an unofficial an unofficial extra member, but they ended up making like they made it official. Since then, I've had my own fancy little section because I didn't have my own Discord. I've been
Oh,
bumming it
wow.
on theirs.
Yeah.
Mainly because I had no clue how to, like, not I could have started a Discord and whatnot,
Yeah.
but I would have been absolutely clueless on how to manage it
I get
and
ya.
would have basically been asking the same group of friends who like from ENCE to help me manage my own Discord, and I would have felt really bad doing that. Only because they've been also doing it. Like they would have been managing the ENCE Discord as well. I didn't want to
Yeah.
like put too much work on them. Yeah, no. Even like when I first started, like I basically had the same mod team as any ENCE member,
Ah, okay.
and so like it's like still like because they were all friends of mine still, and so they were all willing to help out, but I wasn't like an official member at the time. In fact, all of them were part of my debut when I did my very first stream. A lot of them were the way I did,
Yeah.
especially early on. Like I ended up doing for my debut stream a 24-hour stream because they helped me get to 50 before I even did my first stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they basically have been like a second family to me.
Yeah.
Because they're all been great friends, and I've just been wanting to try to help them. Basically ever since they let me in, like not let me into but like let me into their circle of friends kind of thing.
That's cute. Yeah. So when you joined ENCE, I'm correct, right? ENCE?
Yes,
All
ENCE.
right, ENCE. Okay. So that's where you met Lunar and Lucifer, right?
I met Lunar, like I said, before the whole streaming, like the whole VTubing thing.
So you guys are like IRL friends.
Yeah, me and her were
Oh, I didn't
friends.
know that.
Yeah, yeah, and she's the one who actually introduced me to ENCE,
Okay.
the group, because of the fact that we were hanging out and talking, and she had just played like the weekend before,
Yeah.
or not even the weekend before, but like the day before or something, had played Slender, like a Slenderman
Oh.
game, and she got so emotional and like was crying, like she got so scared and she was crying, and people were telling her to stop playing that game
Oh my
because it scared
god.
her that badly. So I was like, if it's scaring you that badly, would it make you feel better if I, just was in call with you and hung out? And she immediately said yes,
Uh,
and so that that next Saturday, I was just in call with her, hanging out as she was being scared. Scared, but not nearly like didn't get nearly as bad with
yeah,
Slenderman, and
I get ya.
that was the first time anyone saw me on the stream.
Ah,
Month,
okay, I get ya.
many a months before my own debut.
So that's how you introduced yourself to Fengar. But I do know your backstory with you and Lucifer when you told me in the interview. I think if I'm correct, I haven't watched the full interview after like I told you it's an hour. I think that he said to you that you were like a small streamer, like I think you were like 200 followers that time, and then Lucy kept shouting you out, and then you eventually reached to 500, and then you were so shy to Lucifer. If I'm correct, if I can remember on the top of my brain.
Yeah, pretty much. It's
Yay!
I think he actually met me before I even hit 200.
Oh,
Because
okay.
he was playing with Lunar
Mm.
a lot, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he did help me. He had to help me get to 200 or 300, with his constant shouting outs.
Yeah.
But I like at the same time I was like trying to play with him a lot more too, because he's a really good guy, and I love him to death. He's such a sweetheart,
Yeah, Lucy's such an
and
amazing person.
he also really helped me grow.
Yeah.
Until that
Yeah.
asshole decides to make you cry with
Oh
all of
my
his
god.
sweet talk and shit.
With the overwhelming love.
I know. The asshole
Yeah.
knows how to get to someone's tear ducts.
He knows. He knows a lot. The teasing and things like that. The blushing. He knows. He does it everything. You can never escape that man.
Oh man, I don't even know if he told you, but he has like a final video plan too.
What?
Oh yeah, no, like if he ever were to, so I interviewed him, and he told me he told me about at one point in time his own like if he were to ever pass away kind of thing. He had like a final video planned for it, and that was like the saddest fucking thing I've ever heard. And then Lunar did like a fan art thing immediately, like in call, because
Yeah.
she was with us, and did a fan art on the spot of, or she wasn't. I don't know. She wasn't in call with us, but she was watching one of our streams, and or even both of us. She has like 40 of them open at all times.
Yeah.
But she was like watching, and I like messaged her, and I was like, "Can we please get like a fan art of just like hugging this man because he needs a hug?" And she was like already on it, and so there's art that Lunar drew in like 30 minutes of just
Oh
like
my god.
basically me and her hugging Lucy because
Oh,
of
that's
that sad ass story he said.
Oh, that is so cute. Yeah. But thanks to Lucy though, speaking of his wholesome stuff, that's where I met you and called you Purple Streamer, and he told
Yes,
me
it
about
was
it.
because of Lucy that we have met.
Yeah, I redeemed. I don't know if I told it in an interview, but I did mention this somewhere. I was like, change your model to that purple streamer. What's that name again? I forgot. And then it was like, wow, he's forgetting about him, but keeps remembering all of my like my fan favorites like Taylor Swift and things like that. I was like, why are you bringing that up? So I was really shocked. I was like, oh, we're talking about Fengar over here. I was like, okay, now I know he's Fengar. And then until now, I just keep calling you Purple Streamer. I mean, I have your Discord nickname to Purple Streamer.
That is
Yeah.
perfect. No, yeah, I remember he had told me about it, and it was the cutest thing I ever freaking heard. It's just like the
That purple
eh,
streamer.
oh yeah, no, when I like just immediately after he had told me, I remember seeing your message pop in, and he was like, "Hi, purple streamer," and it was the best.
Yeah, was not scared back then. Oh my god, if Lucy would have told you, I was the most shy person in the whole entire world in his stream. Like our whole interview was like us talking about my friendship with him, how I used to get so shy and say like, "Are you sure you want me to join? I'm just so shy to talk," and I was so shy, like I was shaking throughout my legs. And meeting you was not sure. I was like, "Purple streamer, hello." Was con.
No, I get that. I before streaming, I was also very shy myself,
Oh my god! If you would
and I'm
have,
sure.
yeah,
Yeah, I know. And like I was actually talking to one of my mods, Sanity, who's also part of ENCE,
yeah,
about it, and he was like bringing it. He agreed with me. When I like even when I was like with Lunar and hanging out with her in call
yeah,
before I started streaming, I was really soft spoken and kind of like very shy,
yeah,
and that has changed a lot, especially in the past year.
yeah.
But I used to be like super duper shy, and
For real.
so I get that 100%.
Yeah, but speaking about your community with ENCE and Lucy and things like that, I want to ask, what is something you are thankful for your man had to let out a deep
Honestly,
breath.
no, honestly, just how supportive they are. Like,
Yes.
not just the group, like the core group of friends, not just like not just my friends,
Yeah.
but also just like my viewers as well. Like for instance, when we're doing like community nights, like when I'm doing a community night with Luna on Saturdays or something, or if I'm just hanging out in my hangout and people just letting people come in and hang out and chill. So like the community that ENCE has built up and that I've become a part of is just so supportive,
Yeah.
and it makes me like genuinely really happy.
Yeah, and we had our speaking about your VC, we just had our first kind of like one-on-one talk last night. Yeah, it was our first one. I didn't expect it to happen, but thankfully we did it. Like getting to know a little bit more and more to each other, and then now getting to know more morally to you. Sorry, I can't speak.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, but hey, I should probably be getting into your VCs more frequently if I'm not busy.
Oh yeah, if I'm in my hangout, anyone's welcome.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure to join in a lot. But since you have been streaming for a while, again with Lucifer and Lunar, joining you, like you guys are like the three pals, which is so adorable. But what is a memory that you will cherish with streaming?
A memory that I'll cherish streaming.
Yes,
That is a
difficult question.
well, yeah, it's a little bit difficult because I've had a lot of really good memories.
Yeah,
I feel like I can't exactly give one specific instance
yeah,
because there have been like basically the same,
yeah,
but I will give one stream as a particular
yeah.
highlight. Was when I was doing my birthday stream back in last August.
Yeah.
It was one of the few other times I've done like a 24-hour plus stream.
Oh man.
It was definitely a fun one for me. I was playing a bunch of games and just hanging out with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And it was honestly a blast. I would say just like that stream kind of like encapsulates just how fun it was. Like, just the good memory of just like hanging around with my friends and being able to be like relax, because I know a lot of people kind of see streaming as like a second job, or
Yeah,
even as like
true.
but like a lot of people see it as like a job, and like it does take work, yes, but still, like, was just so nice to be able to just hang out and stream, and like it felt like a genuine, like, just a breath of fresh air, and it
Yeah,
was comfortable. And for me, the good memories are just being able to have fun and
true.
relax with streaming, and not feel the day-to-day stress of life, kind of thing.
Yeah,
And that stream, I feel like, encapsulates it so heavily, because I was just hanging out with, a bunch of friends, you know, basically as it went, and even overnight, when a lot of people were going to bed, I still had people hanging out, like staying up with me,
true.
and chatting and just being there. And even though I almost, like, even though I passed out like right at the end for like 10-30 minutes,
Yeah,
just the fact that, my friends Roderick and Sanity, and even members of my, like, the community, but Roderick and Sanity, like, were able to take care of the stream, and, like, write out for me, and like take care, make sure I wasn't just like mean and being asleep for so long. And it was honestly, like, I was so embarrassed when it happened, but looking back on it, it was funny.
yeah, that's very
The
true.
fact that I passed out, but they were able to like take care of it and make sure, like, they, funnily enough, rated out into Lucy. I think they cracked a joke whenever afterwards with him and like his chat saying like he passed out. Yeah, immediately threw me under the bus.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was just, being able to relax, I feel like, is one of, like, my favorite memory, when it comes to streaming.
Yeah.
Because I, just going through the daily motions and whatnot, tend to forget just how stressed out, someone can get, and, finally being able to just loosen up, and is better than therapy, I'd say.
Yeah. But hey, it's very amazing that to be like, to getting to know your backstory within streaming, your backstory with ENCE, and what you are thankful and cherishable moments you are with the community. It is awesome to be getting to know this right out of your mouth, Fengar. And yeah, I am absolutely very grateful that we got to talk about this, to be getting to know you more, a little bit more better.
And if Emmy asks, we just say that, when you ask for a cherished moment, we'll just say when I, asked her out like right after a stream.
Yeah, people will
That
ask
way she
more. Whoops.
no, but like, she has brought a lot of good memories too. So, like, don't get me wrong there. But that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get my ass kicked.
Yeah. Should not be posting this interview. No, I'm kidding. I'm still posting.
Delete
Yeah.
the files.
Yeah, delete the 51-minute interview.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's
Man,
51 minutes right now.
me and Lucy have eaten up your time.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I feel like this man is gonna talk a lot like Lucy, and yep, you did. But hey, I'm very grateful, even though it's 11 p.m. and I'm tired. But hey, the interview was worth it.
Well, I'm glad it was worth it.
Yes, it's totally worth it. Getting to know people's backstory and things like that. It's awesome. So yeah, I'm just very grateful for your long answers. You took your time with everything, and I'm very grateful with that. So I will be putting Fanger's social medias down below in the description. He's an amazing streamer. Make sure you guys check him out. He's a very purple streamer, so whoever loves purple, here's the purple right now. I can't think of a good intro, but yeah. Thanks again, Fanger, for coming along to the interview. I really, really appreciate it.
Thank you again for having me. It was tons of fun.
But yeah, that is all. Thank you all for watching. Thanks again, Fanger, and I'll see you all later. Bye bye.
Bye!